Hello, once again, you're welcome to Arise Benue Comedy and TV Studio. Today, once again, I'll be discussing on what I title The Effects of Abortion on the Nigerian Society. The effects of abortion in the Nigerian society. The reason why I've decided to educate the general public about abortion is because of the high prevalence of abortion in Nigeria and globally. As a medical practitioner, I'm seeing a lot of cases of many induced abortion, and this has led to a lot of loss of lives and properties. Due to ignorance and some of the misinformation and misconception about people concerning abortion, people a lot of innocent souls has gone, and most people has been gone to their early grave, which basically is not supposed to be so. Nigeria as a country, as a medical practitioner, I can tell you that every day, cases of abortion occur in the hospital every day. And these are criminal abortion. Alright, people are being misled due to misinformation, and a lot of things has been happening behind the scene. Ignorance, because of the ignorance and because of the disorientation that they had. When we talk of abortion means termination of pregnancy before 3 months. According to the WHO, World Health Organization, let's talk about the prevalence of abortion according to the World Health Organization. According to the World Health Organization, about 73 million abortions occur annually, globally. That is 73 million people perform abortion annually, that's yearly. And out of this, 6 out of 10 pregnancies, 6 out of 10 unintended pregnancies end as a result of induced abortion. That is 61% of 100% of unintended pregnancies end as a result of induced abortion. And this figure represents a drastically damage to the human body system, because a lot of them end up damaging their internal or reproductive organs without knowingly, because most of the times they end up with quacks in the chemist or in the local homes where these things are being carried out, and this leads to the damage or the destruction of the internal organs or the reproductive organs. The reason why I've decided to enlighten the general public about this is because of most people, they have misconception about abortion. They think that abortion is not the right thing. Abortion has been included by WHO as one of the essential healthcare services that should be carried out by medical practitioners, and each and every one or the girl child have access to a safe, timely, reachable, and affordable abortion. People should not be disoriented or be ignorant about this, because in our society today, when someone decides to have an abortion, or when the gay child decides to have an abortion, people will be seeing it as a sin. Let's come to think of it. In the developed world, or where we are in the 21st century, where things are being modernized, we are no longer, living in the past or in the 20th century, where people were ignorant and disoriented about some certain things. People should have access the gay child should have access to safe and reachable and affordable abortion. And the society should be aware that abortion is not a sin that they seem that it is. It's not a sin at all. If a gay child or if a woman decides to have an abortion, there's no crime about it. Alright. And these are the reason why the gay child or women are dying daily, because they hide to do abortion, or they hide to commit abortion so that people may not know. And as a result, they end up, harming themselves due to reproductive damaged organs. I champion myself to amplify the United Nations, the World Health Organization's Sustainable Development Goals. And one of it is safe abortion. Safe abortion is a paramount key by the World Health Organization and the United Nations. Alright, as a medical practitioner, the other day I was called to, cover up in one of the hospital in Lekki as a locum doctor. Alright, on reaching there, during my course of ward rounds, I saw a 21-year-old lady who was in pain, who was in agony, who was seriously in pain. Upon investigation, I discovered that he carried out a criminal abortion in one of the chemists in the local environment or environs where she resides. And she was seriously bleeding. And as a result, she was rushed to the hospital for proper medical management. But unfortunately, the abortion was incomplete abortion. There was some retained blood clots. And as a result, she has serious infection and sepsis because of the contaminated instrument that was used during the process of the evacuation. And she has serious infection which affected her uterus or her womb and other reproductive organs. There was nothing to do except surgery because the womb was damaged, and surgery was urgently recommended to be able to carry out what is called hysterectomy. Hysterectomy is a surgical procedure that is performed to remove the uterus. So she was booked on hysterectomy surgery. Well, in the process of the surgery, she could not make it because of the bleeding and the high pain and some of the serious infection that she was into. And as a result, she gave up the ghost. Okay, let's assume that if this gay or if this lady have access to a decent and affordable abortion or a hospital health facility where these things are being carried out, I think that her life would have been saved. But she was afraid, she was scared, and thereby she hid to go and perform this abortion in a local environment or in a local or quack practitioner. This lady's death was so painful. It was very, very painful to every person or everybody who was present at that moment. The main of the United Nations and the World Health Organization is to ensure that each and every living organism on the surface of the planet have access to affordable and live a fulfilled and a healthy life by the year 2030. And this requires a collaborative effort. We must all work in harmony to achieve this aim and objectives. Otherwise, it will be difficult for us. People need information. People need to be oriented on some of these things because most of them, they are disoriented. They are ignorant of it. Health education is a key for striving and for championing and winning this. Otherwise, it will be difficult. Please, if you are watching me, do well by sharing this video to your loved ones and to people out there so that they should be aware of this thing. Abortion is not a sin and it shouldn't be a crime at all. If someone decide to commit abortion, please do not judge the person because it is not a crime. Like I said, abortion is one of the essential health services recommended by the World Health Organization. Just like every other healthcare services that is recommended, abortion is included as one of the essential, but it is paramount, it is necessary in the healthcare service. So please, people should be aware of this thing. They should not be judgmental when someone decides to carry out abortion. Alright, thank you so much for watching me. Like I said, do well by sharing this video for your loved one. Please follow me on my next video. On my next video, we will be talking about the complications of abortion. What and what that might result if we do not have a decent and safe abortion. Thank you so much. And do have a lovely and a wonderful day. I still remain, and I am, and I will forever be your medical entrepreneur, Benue. Thank you all. Bye.